Good afternoon, folks. Matt Outdoorsman here. Thank you for joining me for my ride along. Well, folks, a couple of things to talk about. I'll start off with Donald Trump's announcement for running for president again in 2024. I happened to watch that speech last night. And I was impressed by the way he gave that speech. All right, it was passionate. It wasn't his usual rally cry that you would see at rallies and all that stuff, if you know what I mean. All right. He talked about very real problems. He addressed what he would do to solve those problems. I particularly liked the part when he said he would reinstate all military service members that were discharged because they refused to get the death stab with not only back pay but an apology. Love it. All right. Moving forward, folks, I came across an article related to fossil fuels, and fossil fuels is something that the left basically wants to get rid of. It's a proven fact, right? We see it every day. This nation was once pretty much dependent on our own energy, and now that we're not doing any more drilling, and we're basically, you got the ice cream man getting on his knees and practically begging the Saudis to hook him up with some oil deals. It's all because of these policies on fossil fuels. So to summarize this article, basically there was a conference recently. It's called the COP27 meeting, and this took place, and basically it was a group of global politicians, globalist politicians, I should add, all right, that have that globalist agenda, basically the same agenda that the ice cream man has, and pretty much this whole administration and a vast majority of the left wing has this globalist agenda. Okay. Well, guess what was discussed in these meetings? It was discussed that they want to ban all fossil fuels. Okay. Well, folks, let me break this down to you. Without fossil fuels, there's no fertilizer. Okay, you need fossil fuels to... Thank you. You need fossil fuels to produce fertilizer. Okay? Without fertilizer, there is no food. All right, you cannot grow food. So please explain to me, all right, on a planet with 7 billion people, how you can get away with not growing any food to feed these people. You can't, because there is no explanation. Folks, if we can't produce our own food, grow our own food, billions, with a B, billions of people will starve to death and die. Okay? Within 6 months, half of the world's population will be wiped out. But fossil fuels is bad for the climate. So they say. That's very dangerous talk. Okay? However, you've got very powerful people meeting up and discussing this very thing. there aren't too many people on this planet that would know how to survive without the ability to grow food. Alright? A very small percentage of the population, the world population, folks, would get by. And it would be like them living in the Stone Ages. But this is their green agenda. Okay? To save the planet. Alright, but folks, you gotta look at the bigger picture here. There is a reset. Okay? A global reset that is in progress here. That's in the works. Alright? Do yourselves a favor and Google Agenda 30. Okay? This is something that I believe it's the World Health Organization or the United Nations. It's one of them. And they put it out, and it's a pretty lengthy article. Actually, it's in PDF form. That's how big it is. That basically discuss how a whole new world order would take place. Okay? Folks, that's what globalism is, in a nutshell. Alright? It basically takes away your identity, our identity as a country, everything that we were founded on, our core principles and our values, you know, right down to our Constitution and our Bill of Rights. And it pretty much just crumbles it up and shit cans it. Alright? This is the agenda, folks, that the powerful political elites, the globalists, want to go by. This is what they're trying to create. Okay? The biggest example that pretty much anybody can relate to is what happened 2 years ago. Alright? With that thing. Okay? That affected everybody. Okay? You know where I'm going with this? You know what I'm talking about? That thing, the vid, you know, and get your death shot. Because if you don't get it, you know, you're evil and you're a monster. Look what happened with that. Look at all the protocols that were in place, the lockdowns. You know, it was basically tyranny. Depending on where you live. I mean, for you folks that live in ruby red states, God bless you. I envy you. You know, I'm up here in liberal paradise, New England, and I'll tell you what, I couldn't even go to the goddamn park to walk the track. Alright, outside. Alright, because they had it barricaded off. You couldn't go hiking. Couldn't do anything. Alright? And God forbid if you didn't wear a face diaper. Holy shit. Take me out and shoot me. Folks, that whole thing was basically a test run. Okay? And it's actually talked about. Right? There's books written about it. It was a test run to see where the compliance levels would be at. The compliance and control. How much of a factor that was going to be. And it was not about health. I know this, to some folks, this might sound like off the reservation shit to you. But folks, it's all out there in the plain open. The plain wide open for everybody to see. Right? Again, research Agenda 30. Look it up for yourselves. Form your own opinion about it. Alright? Research articles related to globalism. Alright? Hell, research the definition of globalism. The definition of globalism. And it basically tells you right there what that is. I don't know about you, but I like my identity. And I sure as shit love my country. Alright? Even though it's a shit show right now, we are the greatest country on the planet. Alright? And that's why a lot of people hate us. And that's why a lot of people want to take us down. And to bring up what I first brought up in this video about Donald Trump, that's why a lot of people hate him. Alright? Because he's not a globalist. He's anti-globalist. Alright? They're not, it's more, they're more threatened by them than they hate him. Alright? The MSM just spins it to be that he's just this evil fucking monster. You know? And, you know, the brain dead motherfuckers that watch MSM, they just go along with it because they're unable to think for themselves. Anyway, I think I yelled enough during this ride along. I don't want to get too worked up. I'm headed into work here, and I do work in a prison. But whatever. Maybe I need to get the fucking blood pressure going a little bit. Anyway, folks, that's all I have for today. Folks, if you like this video, if you have not already, please subscribe to my channel. Perhaps hit the thumbs up on the way out. That'll help me spread my message to like-minded individuals like myself, and to a bigger audience. And as always, leave your feedback in the comments. I will read them all. Mad Outdoorsman. Thanks for watching.